my Pearl family, man. Y'all already know what time it is. We finna get into the OpenTopics live. Check out a few videos. You know, we're gonna sit back and chill for a little second till we get into the real stuff. Yeah, let's go ahead and check out a few of these videos. I came across this dude. He work at a gas station, and he be messing with people in Chicago, seeing how they react. Let me see what he talking about. Let me check this out. Hope y'all got them pearled up, man. You already know what time it is. Pearl them up. Get you two ready. It's gonna be a long night.
You ain't leave right rushing.
You ain't leave right rushing? Hey, why you talking like that?
Talking like what, man? What the
Nah, I'm saying like you want a two-piece combo?
Man, I'll beat the shit out of you. You talking about a two-piece? Hey, slide over here. Step out the box. I'll smack the shit.
I'm just saying, like, I'm just trying to be nice.
No, bro. You talking about a two-piece? I'll smack.
Hey, it's crazy. It might be like that everywhere else, but I swear Chicago people like the most calm, aggressive people, bro.
Nah, cause bro, you know I got some extra food and stuff.
You goofy.
What you mean?
You goofy as hell. You talking about some chicken, boy?
Yeah.
Boy, I thought you was finna beat the shit out you, bro.
What you thought I said?
I thought you was talking about a fade. I thought you was trying to fight.
Nah.
In Chicago, we don't do all that.
Nah, love my boy. You don't want this?
Nah.
Love my boy, my bad. Hey, my boy.
What's the right, brother? How you doing?
I was gonna say, you trying to catch this two-piece?
Two-piece what?
Two-piece combo.
Bro, stop playing with me, gang.
What you mean?
Look at my pop, folks. Stop playing with me, bro.
What you mean?
Man, two-piece combo, gang. What you on with me, gang?
I'm just saying, like, you don't want no two-piece?
Hell no, I don't want a two-piece. I just want my pasta up, put my drink up, for what you on with me, gang?
Nah, I'm saying,
Yeah,
like you hungry?
Confused.
He needs some milk.
Hell no, I ain't hungry, folks. I already ate, folks. I got money in my pocket.
All right, that's good. That's all you had to say. That's
You want a
it.
two-piece,
That's
man?
it.
You want a two-piece? You want me to buy you a two-piece?
You got a two-piece?
Yeah, you want to come outside? Come on, I got you a two-piece. Come on.
What you mean?
Where you want it from?
Why you want to fight though?
No, I'm just saying you want a two-piece. Come on.
I'm saying why you want to
I'm
fight?
getting two-piece free. Come on.
Why you want to fight?
Cause you playing for what you on with me, gang. I just can't get my first so I can put my drink up.
See, I'm saying like you want to give me a two-piece. I want to give you the two-piece combo.
I'm going through it already, bleed. My baby mama they got on my bleed.
My bad, bro.
Come on now, bro.
That ain't got nothing to do with me. I'm just saying, like, I'm feeling good today, bro.
Man,
How you
crib
feel?
be
I'm
ready
feeling good.
to
I want to
be
give
Man, stop playing, bro. You ain't never got. Give me a piece of that motherfucking chicken.
That's what I'm talking about.
No, give me a piece of that chicken.
That's what I'm talking about.
Come on, give me a piece of that chicken.
Got you.
I need. Come on, man.
Why was
Give
you
me a
being?
two-piece.
Why were you so rude about
You
it?
got some hot sauce?
Yeah.
No, cause you know my bad blood. You know my baby mama be blowing me, bro. You know how.
Oh, you thought I meant like you want to fight?
Yeah, I thought I was one of those.
Hate this ad? Here's how to block them for good. First,
is back at the crib.
you're gonna click this video and then you're gonna go download Pi.
Hell nah. Chill out, bro.
You want that?
Want what? Yeah, I want this. This right here. What you mean?
Just that?
Yeah, just this.
You want that in a two-piece combo too? Well, I'll give it to you. You know, I'll give it to you for free. I'm passing them out for free today. Two-piece combos, bro.
I ain't your game. What you talking about? A two-piece combo for free? What you?
I'm just saying, like, you know, you can get this two-piece combo for free.
Ain't no what two-piece combo? What you?
I'm just saying, like,
Something right now, gang. Ain't no two-piece combo. Me this shit.
why you so hostile? I'm being nice right now. I'm trying to feed you, bro. I'm trying to feed you this two-piece combo.
You trying to feed me?
Yeah, two-piece combo.
You want me to feed your these?
What, you got hands, huh?
You got hands when it find out?
I'm saying, like, at the end of the day, it's like, why you violating me? What I do to you?
Violate me.
What I do to you?
You ask you want something? You talking about? Do I want a two-piece?
I'm just saying, like, you want a two-piece combo.
Man, look. You want to get about her?
Why you say that? You
Right here.
I'm saying, like, I don't condone the violence, bro.
You want the two-piece, right?
I don't condone the violence. I'm just saying, like, because, you know, we giving away free food today.
You crazy, gang.
What you mean?
You ain't mean no more two-piece, man.
That's what I meant. I meant a two-piece, bro.
So you playing with
Bro, this is a two-piece combo.
Man, you just my head up, gang. You ain't even see you.
My bad, bro.
Man.
You don't want this?
Man, I'm decent, bro. So
My boy, I was going to ask, you want a two-piece combo?
what you mean two-piece combo?
Huh?
What you mean a two-piece combo?
I'm saying you want to get fed?
No, I'm saying you want to get the shit slapped out you, bro.
What you mean?
I'm gonna slap the shit out you. That's what I mean, bro.
Why you being so hostile, bro?
Cause I don't play like that, gang.
You don't play?
Two-piece combo. Nah, I slap the shit out you. You wanna meet me right here?
No, hell no.
I bet.
I was just saying, like, you're not hungry?
No, I ain't hungry.
You don't want to get fed?
Smack the shit out you, though, bro.
You don't want a two-piece
No,
combo?
I'm decent. I don't want no two-piece combo.
Nah, cause I was gonna say, like, you know, we giving free food.
Oh, those chicken. See, you gotta let me know, cuz I know what you talking about, bro.
That's why you was being so hostile.
Yeah, bro. You tweaking? Let me get my woods though.
What you thought? You thought
I thought you was talking about fighting, bro.
Oh, no, I ain't gonna be. I'm not about to beat your ass. Oh, no, don't worry about that, bro. Nah, I'm feeling good today, bro. I'm not gonna beat you. Hey, you act like you want a two-piece combo, bro.
That bull's jacket hard.
What?
I'm just saying, like, you want a two-piece combo?
Oh, who is you talking to?
What you mean?
Who is you talking to?
I'm talking to you, bro.
No.
I mean, look, I'm just being nice.
Daddy, you're not talking to me, bro. Who is you talking to?
I'm just being nice, bro.
I don't need you to be nice, bro. Just give me what I asked for so I can get going, bro.
What you mean, bro? I'm just saying, like, you don't want no two-piece combo?
I don't need you to be nice. It's crazy, bro.
Give me my bag.
I got you.
Crib, man.
I swiped it right.
Swipe
the right way.
dog. I just swiped it, bro. What you doing, bro?
Nah,
you
cause
want
bro.
a two-piece?
Huh?
You want a two-piece?
For free?
Whatever, two-piece.
I'm saying, like, I'm trying to feed you. I'm trying to feed you this two-piece combo.
Oh, come around this fucking flip, give you a two-piece on my soul, bro. I'm not playing about none of that shit, bro.
What you mean, bro? Why you so hostile? I'm being nice right now.
Because I'm trying to get on, bro. You like
Nah, hey, chill, bro. What you doing, bro? I was talking about this two-piece, bro. Two-piece.
Yeah, pull it out quick, boy. But you tell your story. Look, he tweaking. Look.
All right, bro. Stop playing with me, bro.
I'm not playing with you, bro.
All right, bro.
I was trying to be nice to you.
All right, I feel you, bro. Just give me my black, bro, so I get going.
Come on, bro.
He back to black too. He going through it.
Bro, you playing with me, bro.
How am I playing with you?
All right, have one of your mans or something come over there and pick this shit up so I can get going, bro.
Come on, bro. I don't really want to get. I was gonna say, like, I remember this car. Y'all was here the other day. Y'all know what y'all did. I ain't gonna lie, like, y'all back up, cause I'm about to give him this two-piece combo.
What two-piece you got for me, boy?
Nah, I'm just saying, cause.
You ain't got no two-piece for what, boy?
Nah, cause.
Boy, I got two pieces for you, boy.
You got two pieces for me?
Yeah, boy.
Nah.
Get up out this joint, boy.
Nah, I'm just saying, cause.
Nah, man, what two pieces you got for me?
Why you so mad? I'm just saying,
I got two pieces for me.
I got two-piece combo for you, bro.
Man, bro.
What you mean, bro?
I'll jump out this.
Hey, I'm just saying, I got a two-piece combo, bro. Two-piece combo.
Man, I got two pieces for you right now across this.
Like two pizzas?
Man, you want pop?
Nah, cause I'm saying, like, I'm giving away free Popeyes chicken wings, and it's for free. All for free, on me. Y'all have a blessed day, bro. And my boy.
What up, my boy?
You want a two-piece combo?
Two-piece combo, my boy.
You know what I'm talking about?
No. What you trying to do?
Huh?
What you trying to do? What?
Ain't nobody trying to rob you, bro.
What you trying to do, then?
I'm just saying, ain't nobody trying to rob you.
Back then, boy.
Why you so mad?
Get the back, boy.
I'm just saying, like, you want a two-piece combo?
No, what you trying to do?
Why you being so hostile? Why you being so hostile, bro?
Look back, my boy.
I'm just saying, like, I'm trying to be nice right now. What you mean?
Playing, man. That's how you from Chicago. Stop playing.
Why you say that, bro?
Playing, my boy. Stop playing. You gonna get like that.
Why you playing, bro? I'm being nice right now. Brother man, I was gonna ask you a question. You trying to catch a two-piece combo?
Timmy.
I'm saying, like, you want a two-piece. I'm saying, like, I'll feed you good.
Gee, what you talking about? What you on, bro?
No, like, I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, like, I'll feed. Nah, chill, bro.
Bro,
I'm not like
I
a
knew you
two-piece.
was finna grab him. How you walked
Like
up
a
on him?
two-piece. I'm trying to feed you, bro. Why you just put your hands on me like that? Give me a hug, man. That scared me, bro. I almost had a heart attack, bro. Lighter two. Don't matter what kind.
Nah, it don't matter.
You have a blessed day, my brother.
Pink lighter, man. What the you give me a pink lighter for? Like a Jolly Rich nigga to you?
What you mean?
What the you mean? When I ask for a lighter, man, I'm asking for a blue or a green. But you give me a pink lighter.
I'm saying, what's wrong with pink, bro?
What the you mean? I like a Jolly Rich ass. Man, take this shit back, man.
What you mean? But you
What you
paid
mean?
for it. You paid for it.
What do you mean? Hey, man, give my money back.
What you mean?
Give my money back, man.
I got you, but like, hold on. I'm saying I'll give you a different color.
I'll take a different color, man. But don't treat me like I'm a Jolly Rich ass. Like I'm pink or something, man. Is you cool?
What you mean, bro?
What you mean? What I mean?
It's like at the end of the day, it's like I feel like from where I'm coming from, it's just a lighter, you know?
No, and then I'm a male, not no motherfucking female. Ain't no motherfucking tranny and shit, man.
My
Hey,
bad,
man,
bro.
I need my mother.
It's cool.
Yeah, let me get that, boss.
Love, my boy.
Love, man.
Shopify is a platform that helps entrepreneurs get started down the path they want.
I ain't gonna lie, he funny as hell for this, bro. That was a cool little video. I'm gonna catch some more of those. That was cool. I came up on another one of them videos. He was talking about the history of Chicago. Talking about how drill changed the West Side. We know West Side known for partying.
So many things
boy.
in Chicago make so very little sense.
The fee-fees.
Why is our vice mayor a former bank robber? Why was the most corrupt politician in the city the most influential? How did the mob, the most well-known organized crime syndicate in the entire country, end up transitioning into legal business so successfully that they now own city property and thus make taxpayer money? Just look at these two charts. They're 10 years old, but not much has changed, at least in Chicago. Now in New York City, the homicide rate remained within 5 to 15 people per every 100,000 in most of the city, meaning that regardless if only 15% of your neighborhood was in poverty or 30%, you could argue that you still had the same chance of being murdered to some extent. Except Mid-South Manhattan, apparently, the area just south of Midtown Manhattan but north of the Flatiron District, where only 10% of the area is impoverished, but you are far more likely to be a victim of a murderer. But with how much New York changes, it's unclear if this still remains the same. However, looking at the same chart in Chicago, there is a clear difference. The most impoverished neighborhoods in and around the city see a far lower homicide rate than areas where poverty is 30% less prevalent. Fuller Park is the only neighborhood with a homicide rate above 100 per every 100,000, where over 50% of the residents are in poverty. Majority of the neighborhoods in the middle are on the south side, including areas like Inglewood, and despite many of the clickbait YouTube videos, Woodlawn, where the most famous hood in Chicago is nowhere near the most dangerous part of the city, nor has it ever been outside of maybe a month or two over the past 10 years. Burnside is by far the wealthiest neighborhood with a homicide rate over 100 people per 100,000, and this is due to the fact that gang violence in Chicago is very unorthodox, as many streets and neighborhoods in the city are very well kept and clean. Unless you're a local, you'd never be able to tell if you were in a bad neighborhood or not in most of the south side. And this is due to only about 1% of each neighborhood on the south side contributing to the crime, as most black families in this area are primarily entrepreneurs or city and state workers. But right here is the danger zone, where poverty finally meets violence. Here we have East and West Garfield Park and North Lawndale. If you don't know what this is, welcome to the west side of Chicago. A completely different world than the south side, from the lingo to the way people dress and even the way the streets are set up, as many people from the south side are completely unable to navigate this area due to the south side primarily being navigated by numbers, i.e. 63rd, 64th, and 65th. It doesn't take rocket science to know that all of these are a block apart from each other. But how would you know that Karloff, Keeler, Kildare, and Cullen are all a block apart? Unless you know the west side. That's an area known as K-Town, by the way, for obvious reasons. You got 10 blocks in a row, back to back, all starting with a K. This is also within Garfield Park. As you can see on this map, this large concentration of blue, dark blue being the most dangerous, the west side has far eclipsed the south side in danger, as despite the reputation, there are plenty of areas out south you can walk around without a problem, and many people in Chicago don't even know this. And like I said, the south side even looks nice for the most part, but this changes quite a bit on the west side. Also, if you ever want to offend somebody from the west side, which I don't recommend, just ask them if they still bop. The west side used to be known for dancing, getting money, and the fact that you could party over there without getting viciously murdered. Now, there's no doubt that in 2025, Von off 1700 is the hottest rapper from the west side with basically the whole city on his back. But he represents the shift in Chicago from south to west, although this shift started while Von was still just a kid. The south side, to be honest, has been known for the past 30 years as a part of the city where if you was gangbanging, you were more likely to get killed over nothing, essentially. Way before you ever got in a dispute over some money or even started to hustle. Or was this just perception? And the west side was always worse all along. I know that people from outside the hood might think that everywhere people are gangbanging over things like territory or selling drugs, but this is Chicago, not Mexico. On the south side, a young guy will kill you for talking to his girlfriend before he kills you over any block or street or anything like that. Most of these guys out here ain't never hustled a day in their life. It's killers that get busy hunting their ops in the streets or posted up playing defense on the block right before they go back to their mama house and ask what's for dinner. The difference with the west side, at least 10 to 15 years ago, is that this is where gangbanging was closer to the stereotype that most people in the outside would imagine. Those guys got money, ran extortion rackets, had 50,000 a day operations going on, if not more. Madison Street on the west side has been featured in several documentaries in the past when the Sinaloa cartel was feeding the plugs in this area. People from out of town and even the rich kids downtown and in the suburbs knew where to come to get the best quality high. And if you haven't heard of the Flores twins in Chicago, they were at one time considered the biggest drug traffickers in the United States, and they used to buy directly from the Sinaloa. After they were arrested in 2008, it came out that several of their family members helped them out with laundering and hiding money all over the country. And they also helped the FBI's case against El Chapo. Fun fact, I'm not gonna say his first name, but in 2004 when I was a kid, me and my mom lived in an apartment on the west side, and our landlord was a young man, last name Flores. He couldn't have been older than 35, but he owned several properties in the city and appeared to be very wealthy, and he was always in a good mood. I remember visiting his house when my mom was paying rent, and he had a huge aquarium built in the walls that ran basically through his entire apartment unit. But we only got to live in one of his apartments for about 11 months before all of a sudden we had to move because the FBI had begun seizing Flores' property. He had apparently been suspected or accused of drug trafficking. And that's pretty much all I'm gonna say about that. The different sides in Chicago, like in any big city, might as well be different cities altogether. And while the South Side was gang banging and you couldn't stay at a party past 1 a.m. without hearing heavy artillery, the West Side has always been the part where no doubt gang banging has always played a big role, and you can definitely still get hurt. But this historically used to be the part where everybody was comfortable staying outside all night. Nobody on the West Side ever used to be in the house, and it was never an issue to pop out there and have a good time and even be out all night until the sun came up. Something that you wouldn't expect from a city as dangerous as Chicago, especially not in an area as dangerous as the West Side. But I've seen it myself. Despite the gangs, this used to be the area where people felt the most comfortable, at least in the hood.
Now, I'd say the change started around the part of the drill era where drill kind of started to fall off in 2015, 2016. That's when the biggest rapper out of the city was by far Famous Dex, who, despite coming from Inglewood, he brought a completely different energy to music with his unique style. And he even got some criticism because even though he came up around guys like FBG Duck, who was already big in drill, once he realized that his more party-oriented music was taking off and probably an easier sale to a record label to sign him, he left everybody. And you can't blame the labels. The Chief Keef era from 2014 and 2017 was legendary, but from a label standpoint, all he had done was drop an album to
I remember we was tweaking up there like, hey, bro, really got on from doing that different party drug music, bro. He really got on from that being different
and perform as well as they wanted to. And because they weren't focused on underground success like they were in the SoundCloud era, which ironically came right after Keef got out of his deal and cemented his place as an underground legend. But when Dex, Playboy Carti, and even Lil Pump came up in this underground wave, music shifted away from drill briefly, but it ended up making a full comeback by 2018 when Duck dropped Slide and A Certain Guy got out of jail and went straight to the top of the charts. And during this time, violence on the West Side was slowly increasing, and unfortunately, drill was becoming a way out again, and I'm sure the guys out west were more than tired of hearing Southside people thinking they were still just dancing and gang banging. And again, I must stress this, the West Side was always dangerous. When I lived over there before high school, my neighborhood school was Crane, which for an introduction, right after we moved to the area, somebody got killed shooting dice in front of the school, and I was terrified that one day this was going to be the school I was going to have to attend if I didn't get accepted into another high school in the city. I was in 2nd grade, by the way, so I don't even know why I was worried about starting high school, but the West Side just might be the most unique part of the city. But man, when you're out there, it's very clear where you are. Whether you're in Humboldt Park, Austin, or Little Village, each neighborhood is very distinct, and if you weren't old enough to remember when people call parties fifis, man, you really missed out.
I just said that was a decent little video. Shout out, bro, man. I think it's Trap University, y'all. Shout out Trap University. Poetic Flacco dropped something about Charleston White. Talking about he was canceled for saying this. What this man has said again, bro? I see it already. Let's see.
Did a video with Pootie, and they went to the most racist town in America, which is Zinc, Arkansas, to talk to the one dude they all talk to when they go to this town. Charleston White behavior in this video isn't really shocking, taking Charleston White's history into consideration. But the part about this video that was a tad bit disturbing and where people believe that Charleston White took things a little too far is due to the solidarity aspect. Saying these things that Charleston White said in this video on a hip-hop media podcast for shock value and entertainment factor is one thing. Going to the most racist city in America with a non-FBA and a white man who is a self-proclaimed racist and disparaging black folks in front of these two people, to me, is a little too far. I don't mean to sound like Tariq Nasheed when I say this, but Pootie can't be FBA. He can't be a foundationally black American. He has to be from somewhere, either Nigeria, Jamaica, because this level of shucking and jiving that you are about to witness are levels that I think is resistant to any black American. I don't feel like a black American would do some grimy stuff like this.
All right, y'all, approaching right now. I kind of wanted to blend in a little bit more. I thought I was blending it with this, but I'm gonna be honest, I look like a YN who just loves white women. I'm about to change it to something a little bit more zinc appropriate. Like a real right? We got the biggest Trump jersey you ever seen, and we got the realest you ever seen inside this young Pootie Pig.
Oh my God, this is just nasty work. This is the nastiest of works I've seen on YouTube. This is disturbing. Willingly playing the role of a buffoon while going to meet somebody who has openly admitted that he thinks less of black people, less than the black people, and you're about to go willingly play into the character and the stereotype and the narratives that he's perpetuating against black folks. Yo, this is just nasty. Now, the reason why I believe he's not a black American and he's a foreigner is because of that. Usually,
Nigerians are ugly. I ain't ever seen a handsome Nigerian or a pretty Nigerian woman.
This is Thames. She one of the most famous singers right now.
You're a pass.
Damn.
I like light-skinned girls, really. Her forehead too big. Yeah, give me a Kardashian. Fuck a Nigerian, nigga.
This is Arya Starr. She a famous Nigerian artist.
Yeah. She might can get it.
I'm African myself, so I love Africans. I have nothing against Africans. But the reason why I would say this dude is Nigerian, because only a specific group of Africans, a certain type of African, would feel comfortable carrying out a mission this trifling. Bringing Charleston White
African or something
to the most racist town in America to have a discussion with an open racist.
His heritage
and did his part.
What's the significance of your Confederacy?
His heritage, not hate. A lot of black people part of the Confederate Army as well.
If you could be any race other than black, what race would you be?
White. They the superior race on Earth.
Listen, man. His reasoning for why he thinks this is at least based on consistency. Me personally, bro, I think we're all made in God's image. We're all God's children, and I don't feel like God favors anyone. Just like I don't agree with the Hebrew Israelites who believe that a specific group of black people are God's favorite, nor do I believe the other group who believes that they're God's chosen one. No, I feel like we're all made in God's image and likeness, and we're all chosen people.
So why you feel like white people are?
Show me a black man's army. Show me a black man's navy. Show me a black man's marines. Show me a black man's Navy SEAL. Show me a black man, a Mexican man, an Italian man that done conquered the world like the white man.
But why is that the basis of what is superior and what's not superior?
Whoever conquers who, that's who's superior. The inferior people are conquered, not the superior.
What's your stance on like racism?
I think racism is normal. Every race is a racist. Yeah, nothing wrong with racism. Red birds and blue birds don't fly together. Lizards and alligators don't eat together.
I seen online, you were saying your kids have good hair.
Yeah, black and Mexican.
I think I have some clean dreads. You think this shit cool or not?
That's not good hair.
Some things need to be gatekept. These old crazy dudes in our community who are entertaining but with crazy opinions need to be kept away from a certain demographic. And that demographic are dudes like from Zinc, Arkansas, who are openly racist, who are thirsty for a black token to reinforce whatever disparaging stereotypes they have of black folks. They need to be gate kept away, bro. All right? Because Charleston White coming in this video and glamorizing or romanticizing the KKK and living next to them is crazy to me.
You like the KKK?
Yeah. They just like the Crips and the Bloods.
Okay.
Right, but Charleston White, he hates the Crips and the Bloods. He despises them.
Honestly,
so I don't understand, bro. They actually, do you like the KKK? And you say, yeah,
the biggest troll of the
they're
year.
Just like the Crips, but you hate the Crips and the Bloods. You've done an interview breaking down how much you despise the Crips and the Bloods. So why do you now like the KKK but don't like the Crips and the Bloods?
So that's how they're growing so fast. They're hiring freelancers. Look what they're doing with AI experts.
Yo, this is not okay, man. This is nasty, man.
Get into it.
Yo, content ain't this serious, bro.
This guy that we about to speak to, he's like trying to keep it a thing.
He's just a normal man.
But overall, you like the KKK?
Truth and honestly, I don't know they exist. To like them or not like them, as black people.
What do you mean?
They've never existed to us. We've never seen the KKK.
But they was people.
When? Not in my lifetime. We've never heard the KKK burn nothing, no buildings, no churches, no nothing. And I was born in 77.
Just because it wasn't there or it happened before you was born doesn't mean that it didn't happen.
It's just like dinosaurs. Dinosaurs once walked the earth, but we've never seen a dinosaur. They say they the KKK, but nigga, don't exist to us.
We literally about to go talk to him right now.
They just like the old trunk in front of the store. They don't exist in front of the store. They don't exist nowhere else. So if you didn't come here, nigga, they don't exist.
Because it's not legal to just people no more.
The Ku Klux Klan ain't black people since the 30s and the 20s. The Ku Klux Klan wasn't niggas 60s. They wasn't niggas 50s. The Ku Klux Klan was defeated almost in the 1900s. So for them, the presidents don't mean nothing.
So like they technically like false claiming for us.
When the last time you seen a Girl Scout or a Boy Scout? That's what I'm talking about. The Ku Klux Klan only exists to themselves. They don't exist to black America.
Okay, how would you feel if the vice leader of the KKK moved next door to you?
I would love it. What's the difference between him and a Delta sorority, Kappa sorority? There's no difference.
That's crazy, bro.
but you, oh my God. Those are not the only option though, bro. What do you mean what's the difference between it? But how can you say I can't say if I like or hate them, but then say you will love, not just like, bro. It's hilarious, but it's sad at the same time, man.
Tom, this is Charleston. Charleston, this is Tom.
What's up, Tom? How's it going, brother?
Oh my God. Yo, you could tell Charleston White love himself some white folks, man. Because the minute Charleston White got in front of that white man, Charleston White got super friendly, started smiling, his teeth is showing, he got articulate. I ain't never seen Charleston White this friendly, man. Come on, Charleston. Are you kidding? Nah, man.
I guess. I wanted to bring him here because though y'all different, I feel like y'all might have some similar perspectives, some similar point of view associated with the KKK.
You would be surprised at he thinks I'm associated with.
Charleston damn near would join this shit if he could for it. Looking for like land.
I don't have a problem with nobody fighting for what they believe in.
What if it's Black Lives Matter?
It's headed by 3 lesbian bitches. yeah, I'm not joining nothing with 3 gays.
Pretty much, they're mentally disturbed.
This crazy, bro.
Charleston White went from saying the Klan don't exist, the Klan is a figment of our imagination, they aren't a factor, they got exterminated. Then he got in front of them white folks, but Charleston White said, "Oh, I support the Klan. Oh, I love them." Oh, come on, Charleston, bro. But, like, dudes like the white man in this video, he loves this. He loves, you know why? Because he now sees Charleston White as a token, all right? Now when somebody is trying to challenge his points, like, for example, bro, if you bring Dr. Umar Johnson here, and Dr. Umar Johnson and him is debating, the first person he's going to mention is, Charleston White agrees with me. Well, a black man just came over here last week, and he agrees I wasn't tripping, so I can't be that bad. A black man... And it's like, bro, certain aspect of our culture is for us, bro. Yo, these opinions,
a little bit too much.
Lives Matter thing, he's spitting, but it doesn't stop here, bro. His rhetoric just gets more dangerous and dangerous and dangerous as the video goes on.
All black people with good sense move to white neighborhoods.
That's kind of since our video dropped. Everybody like you. You damn near black in a way.
You mean I got to commit a felony now?
Bro.
What do you want? Man. Do you want me to pretend to be your buddy in person and call you the N-word as soon as you leave the room? You really want to see a bunch of white people armed with M16s going insane at once?
Black people got the guns too, though.
Black people don't have the training. Most black people don't know how to break down a gun, don't go to the gun range, don't do no training, don't own no bullets, don't even know anything about guns. All they know how to just do is shoot a gun.
But you talking about the black teens.
I'm talking about all black people.
So you think even
the average black person in America do not own a legal firearm. The average black person do not know how to break down a gun, let alone how to clean a gun, let alone how to make bullets, how to make bombs. The average black person do not go to the gun facilities and train how to shoot.
So you think if there was another civil war,
black people be wiped off the earth?
White. Oh my gosh!
Hey,
I came down the road from Maryland with those on the truck.
Bro, don't let this man make y'all mad, bro.
I made the wrong turns through Memphis.
Oh, and tell Charleston, what is Memphis?
Memphis in Africa, Memphis. The locals know it is that.
Even Charleston White don't feel good about this level of selling out, man. Charleston White head is down, bro. he's contemplating feeling ashamed, bro, because he knows, man, what he's currently participating in, bro, is just foul. Bro, you know you are a despicable sellout when Charleston White is embarrassed at what you're doing, bro. The dude Pootie, I've rarely seen anyone in those Nigerian allegations, bro.
I do have a gift for you, though. Could you guess what the logo is?
Cotton. Black men and white men belong together. Don't let them separate us. We offered you honest work. Black man, come home. Cotton fields are waiting. Oh my God, what the Would you always get accused of putting y'all to work in a cotton plantation? All my family ever owned was hogs, not cotton. And again, my wife picked cotton as a child too, so.
She used to be black.
This is
bro, they trolling,
despicable, man. This is despicable, bro. Yo, this is.
Yeah, Charleston trolling, bro. That man is hilarious. I ain't gonna cap. So, Dre Dre put together some TikToks for us. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and flame up again. Sit back, chill, and watch this. Hey, Charleston, crazy.
Y'all know how I do these videos. Don't skip a thing or you will get lost in the song.
Man,
right, here it goes. Looking like a computer circuit board because why? It's multifunctional. Let's take a look at the pyramid at Giza. This is the Great Pyramid. Again, very similar to a computer circuit board or a motherboard or microprocessor, depending on what you're looking for, technology-wise. Okay? Pretty crazy. We know that the Great Pyramid at Giza has interconnecting chambers that connect to many sites right there on the plateau. We know that now, of course, with the scan, that there is a megalithic underground structure with interconnecting tunnels and shafts and columns that go on for miles, like I've been saying for years. Over 5 years, when I wrote this book, Compendium of the Emerald Tablets, in the book, I talk about the pyramids, and I talk about Giza, and I actually show the structure. This is 5.5 years ago. These are columns going down beneath the pyramid. I said that they go on for miles. Then I have a quote in here from Herodotus who talks about the fact that he had seen what was underneath the pyramids, and he said it was so incredible that the pyramids meant nothing, and nothing that the Greeks built meant anything compared to what he saw underneath.
Oh, excuse me. I think he be speaking some truth if y'all ever came across him or heard about him, but he got somebody bust him out not too long ago about not being factual on a lot of stuff, but I'm not saying everything he say is not true, but I don't know. Just don't believe everything you hear, man. You know what I'm saying? Just have an open mind.
The pyramids. So he had a chance to witness this with his own eyes and see with his own eyes. But I wrote this 5.5 years ago with a rendering of these halls that go down, these columns that go down and create these halls underneath the pyramids at Giza. And I say in there that they go on for miles, and that's exactly what they do.
These are pictures of equations. I've been, for the last 15 years, trying to answer the kinds of questions that my colleagues here have been raising. And what I've come to understand is that there are these incredible pictures that contain all the information of a set of equations that are related to string theory. And it's even more bizarre than that, because when you then try to understand these pictures, you find out that buried in them are computer codes, just like the type that you find in a browser when you go surf the web. And so I'm left with the puzzle of trying to figure out whether I live in the Matrix or not.
Wait, you're blowing my mind at this moment. So you're saying, are you saying your attempt to understand the fundamental operations of nature leads you to a set of equations that are indistinguishable from the equations that drive search engines and browsers on our computers?
That is correct. So,
wait, I have to just be silent for a minute here. So you're saying as you dig deeper, you find computer code writ in the fabric of the cosmos?
Into the equations that we want to use to describe the cosmos, yes.
Computer code.
Computer code, strings of bits of ones and zeros.
It's not just sort of resembles computer code. You're saying it is computer code.
It's not even just is computer code. It's a special kind of computer code that was invented by a scientist named Claude Shannon in the 1940s. That's what we find very, very deeply inside the equations that occur in string theory and in general in systems that we say are supersymmetric.
Okay. Time to go home, I think. Where are we going to go after?
Falling for the temporary structures narrative? Oh, goodness, of course you are. So anyways, check this out. The mainstream narrative will tell you these megacities were just a bunch of plaster-covered hay bales built by a bunch of pilgrims. Hell, I've even seen the claim that, get this, many were built with stucco and then painted with compressed air squirt guns for quickness. World's fairs, entire cities fully powered by free atmospheric energy, complete with massive impossible structures, weren't temporary buildings, but rather remnants of the old world they were actively erasing. Eventually, all torn down like it was nothing, baby farms and all. But why destroy these grand buildings right after showcasing them? Oh, right, because they were never built in the 1800s, and they were in a bunch of plaster-covered hay bales built with stucco and then painted with compressed air squirt guns.
Something is going on. Like, I don't know, but I think that we shifted into another dimension. Now, listen to this. So, I was looking at a world map today, and I'm like, wait a second. Like, all these countries are completely in a different place. Like, look at where South America is. South America has always been under North America, and now it's in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Look at New Zealand. Look at some of these other islands and where they are. You can't tell me that this map wasn't different 5 years ago. Okay, so I started going down the rabbit hole, and I looked at Home Depot, right? I go there all the time. I was there a couple weeks ago. Except it's not called Home Depot. It's called the Home Depot. Yeah, there's a the in front of the Home Depot. King Tut, right? We all learned about him in school, and we seen that famous mask, right? That's solid gold that he wears. What's on the top of it? A giant cobra. Nope, there isn't one. Okay, there is a cobra, but it's to the right, and there's also another vulture on the other side. It's completely different. Think about Scary Movie 2. My favorite line to say is, "Take my strong hand." Except he never says that. Now he says, "Take my hand." If you don't believe me, look it up for yourself. Like, something is going on.
Now I can tell y'all. I remember didn't he say, "Take my strong hand," and he pulled out the little hand and shit. You feel me? Am I tripping, or did he say that, or did he not? Now he's saying, "Take my hand."
I ain't gonna lie, that's the Mandela effect, though.
Let's get back into this video. That's crazy. Let me know how y'all feel about that in the comments down below. Do y'all remember?
What did you see in space? Buddy, brother, friend, comrade. The world is not quite what movies have made it seem. People think you launch a rocket up into the atmosphere and just fly out into the abyss of infinite space. But this couldn't be farther from the reality. Once we go beyond a certain altitude and kind of reach the cusp of our atmosphere, we reach the same barrier time and time again. An impenetrably dense, translucent layer of concrete solid water, of which behind it appears to be a mysteriously dark body of infinite waters that we misinterpret as outer space. It would be through this abyss of water that we could assume the potential to travel to other existing worlds. But without a way through this firmament, we are restricted to fairly limited speculation. It appears as though whatever kind of a god or what have you that created this place did not intend for us to get through that barrier. In the meantime, however, CGI has made for a hell of an illusion of what lies beyond.
A confidential photo from a government satellite taken in 1972 has been leaked on the internet.
In this image, Earth is visible, but not in the way we were shown in school. The picture reveals that the Earth is flat and is surrounded by an icy wall, Antarctica. Another shot from 1969, captured by the Apollo 2 satellite, shows the icy wall. It gives weight to the flat Earth theory, indicating that Antarctica is not the South Pole, but rather a wall surrounding the edges of the flat Earth. Moreover, since various military-controlled expeditions in the 1930s and 1940s, Antarctica has been closed to the public. This raises suspicion and prompts the question, what are they hiding from us?
If I was to go somewhere like that and I was
shout out Dre OG, man. Y'all go check him out. I'm gonna check out QF. Play a few minutes of his video. Play a few minutes of his video. I gotta, my bad, I gotta do something in a second. That's why I'm like.
Her in her basement and held her hostage there.
What's good with the collective? Y'all know we back with another banger, another reaction. I appreciate everybody who been tapping in, running up, and subbing up. If you new to the channel, please like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell so you always notified whenever we jump. Hope y'all good. If you're new to the channel, you watching on your TV, I wish you nothing but a smooth 7. It's all love. Man, you already know what it is. I ain't gonna hold you. Let's get straight to the video, man. Let's go.
A spirit of a Japanese soldier runs past this jogger.
I remember that clip, yo.
In the middle of the road, just been sitting there, glitched out. Just glitched out in the middle of the road for no reason. It's just sitting there.
No, it ain't Las Vegas.
I wanted him to get closer so I could really see.
Check out this phenomenon of a tree emitting and burning natural gas upon itself. These villagers seem to be amazed by this very rare event. How does this just happen in the jungle without any outside help? Who can explain?
Não é pra acreditar. Cara, não vai acreditar, né? Uma dessa aí, ó. Carga oxigênio. Apaga, apaga, apaga. Rápido, olha o bag aqui, ó. Rápido.
Now me, personally, I ain't never seen nothing like that. I ain't seen no gas come from a tree, but is this too far of a reach to question, like, okay, if we got fire from, like, volcanoes coming from the earth, water come from the earth, what about gas? That can't come from the earth? I don't know, I'm just asking. So, I also want to say, so mom's just called me. In the middle of shooting this, she said they went to go see Sinners last night. Today, her and my sister going to work. It's still dark outside. They see a wagon getting pulled, but nobody pulling it. I wanted to record it, but it was too late the way she said it. But What y'all think that is? Let me know. Alternate realities, let me know. That's what she said. She said it freaked her out. Her voice was trembling when she was telling me. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think that is. I'm curious.
In a village in Africa, two powerful native doctors, each from rival clans, agree to settle a long-standing feud in a mystical contest known as the Rain Duel. Under a cracked sky, they begin summoning the spirits of wind and water. As the battle intensifies, clouds gather, spiraling with each clash of ritual. But only one can bring the rain, and the village watches, breathless, as drops finally fall. But from whose hand? There's one clear winner.
Hey, they both powerful. What y'all think, man? Damn.
Office has identified remains that were found 24 years ago. The victim was 34-year-old Xenia Williams of Sacramento. She was last seen around Christmas of 2000 at her home. Her skeletonized remains were found in March of 2001 along the driver's flat road of Forest Hill, but she was never listed as missing. The Placer County Sheriff's cold case investigations team used new technology, including genetic genealogy, to identify the remains last month. The Sheriff's Office will now continue to look into the circumstances of her.
Prayers to her and that family, man. That happened right in the backyard. I said it was gonna be a trigger warning today. So there gonna be some clips, and I ain't seen them, but I was told, Mom sent me 2 right here in Sac. Some crazy shit been going on with the hospitals. We'll get to that. I didn't get to see it. I can't wait to get to see it. She sent it to me. I said I'm not gonna watch it until I get to react to it with y'all. So we gonna see. I guess that was 1, because she said I think there was 3, she said. We'll get to the rest. I can see I'm about to start getting a little bit upset. Like, that one right there kind of made me a little bit upset. I'll be honest. Hospitals are supposed to be there to help. I know. Y'all know the rest, man. Shit's a game. Shit's a setup. It's a wicked world at times. Just keep your head on the swivel.
Girl goes missing from her home in the town of Taft in Kern County.
We were just all hands on deck, that everyone was doing what we could to get this victim back to their family as soon as possible.
Family and friends alerted sheriff's investigators the girl met someone online chatting in a gaming app called Roblox. Players can communicate and play games together. Detectives made an emergency request to gain access to the site.
In these instances, a search warrant would take far too long. So we rely on, the availability and the goodwill of some of these companies to just respond to our emergency request.
That online information led them 300 miles away to Elk Grove, where police found the girl in the car of suspect, 27-year-old Matthew Macatuno Naval, in a strip mall on Elk Grove Boulevard, less than 24 hours later.
You want an open line of communication with your child so that they can tell you who they're talking to and who they're dealing with and what they want.
Lieutenant Juan Hidalgo with the Sacramento County Sheriff's Office is in charge of the Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force that covers Northern California. They work on cyber tips from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Hidalgo says gaming apps like Roblox and Discord allow predators to engage with kids because they're working together on the games.
These predators, these monsters are online and they're looking for children that they can take advantage of. And they're looking for those younger children that they can manipulate and groom so that eventually they get those children believing that they're friends.
Hidalgo says parents need to know the apps and suggests playing the games first, enact parental safety control settings on the gaming console, and keep it in a shared room. Set rules like cutoff times, which games they can play, and never give out personal information.
I think the relationships are being built very quickly.
The 10-year-old girl is safe and back home with her family, and suspect Naval is behind bars, facing act with a child charges. Michelle Banduer, KCRA.
No PC either. General population for bro.
Supposedly, a UFO moved a shooting star. Y'all are not gonna believe what I found in this video. I'm telling y'all, it's absolutely insane. You know how sometimes the Bible will describe an angel looking like certain animals? Before we get to the absolutely amazing part, we're seeing these shooting stars all over the place. I'll show you one in New Zealand in 1 minute. But right here, people were saying that the UFO was moving the shooting star, which did fall somewhere on the ground and they can't find it. Shooting star, meteorite? No way. Fallen angel? Yeah. Telling you it's crazy. 1 second. This is the one that just happened in New Zealand. It looks a lot different than your ordinary meteor. Look at that thing. What is that? By the way, not related, the same exact color as the Devil's Comet we saw at the time of the eclipse. The damn. And this shooting star allegedly fell. So I wonder what weird thing is going to happen in Mexico City very soon. Watch, bookmark, come back. I'm always right with these things. Now the ridiculous part. So first I took the UFO that was near the shooting star and I enhanced it. Enhanced looks completely interdimensional. Blurry looks like Sirius and all the other stars in the sky when they're doing all that weird warpy stuff. Get ready. Do you see what I see right here? And TikTokers, you steal every single discovery I make, the MVPs are watching you. What is this? Can you see it? Can you see it now? It's a freaking lion, y'all. The UFO that moved the shooting star has the face of a lion. Remember at the beginning of the video how we're talking about how these stars have different faces, multiple faces of different animals? See, when I saw this video, I had spiritual intuition. Something was saying, look at this. And without the slowdowns and the enhancements, I wouldn't have noticed any of it. This is the blown up and enhanced thing so you can see the lion. And this right here was a completely separate form of it. I tell y'all what, I've made a ton of crazy discoveries as of lately. This right here is the biggest one. Oh yeah, and by the way,
I love his content, yo. I do. And I'm trying to find the right way to say what I'm about to say. I just don't think that every time you see something in the sky that you can't explain, it's not always a fallen angel. And when we make statements, we shouldn't say, I'm always right with these things.
True.
Because your perspective is your reality, but somebody else's perspective is somebody else's reality. So you can't say that line all the way because it's your truth, but not everybody else's truth. It's kind of complicated, but let me know that's a reach. That's the best way I can put what was said, and I couldn't like let it go. I had to say something, like I had to, because I know I dealt with heat with not even saying those words, and people been like, bro, you acting like you know everything. I'm like, wait, huh? I don't know nothing. I'm still learning. So it's like, yeah, when I hear that, it's like, okay, now I heard that. Now I didn't even say that, and people coming at me like as if I said that. But yeah, I had to go ahead and get on that one. But yeah, every time we see something, bro, it's not a fallen angel. Every single time. Just like every time we see something, it's not a UFO or a UAP. That shit could be glue team. If y'all know what glue team is, I gotta say it in a way where I won't get the video taken down. But I'm trying to fit YouTube's guidelines. But hey, let me know if that's a reach, man. That's just what I saw, and every time I kind of hear that a lot from him. So I'm like, yo, it's not always that, bro. It's not always a fallen angel. Sometimes we watching the fallen angels on TV. Sometimes they crashing out. Sometimes they going to jail for all types of wild shit with tunnels. I'm just saying.
This is the best advice for anyone who has social media: Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, etc., etc. Please send this to your family. If you have your home address, phone number on social media or tied to your passwords or anything, stop doing that. Email only. Especially if you are of the demeanor of truth, spirituality, holistically, everything. If you are under that guise and you have your actual information on any social media account, I would delete those accounts. Seriously. And you guys hear about the homegrowns from Trump? I always tell you there will be a time when I get off this app, get off all apps. Don't give them. Do not give them breadcrumbs.
To our ongoing KCRA 3 investigation, dignity delayed. Last week, we had a concerning update to our ongoing KCRA 3 investigation, dignity delayed. Last week, we told you exclusively about the third missing persons case linked to a Dignity Health hospital and its backlog of human remains.
A lawsuit just filed reveals more disturbing allegations. KCRA 3 investigates Lizzie Mitri has been combing through the documents. Lizzie, what did you find?
Curtis, the lawsuit claims not only did the hospital fail to notify Tanya Walker's family after she died, it alleges the hospital actually donated Walker's organs even though she wasn't an organ donor. At 51 years old, Tanya Walker died at Dignity Health's Mercy General Hospital in November 2023. But the family says the hospital never notified them and didn't issue a death certificate until 5 months later. So the family and detectives searched for Walker all that time. Now the family says they're suing.
Moving forward, they need to be held to task for the absolute nightmare that families are living who do not know if their family members are dead or alive.
The lawsuit also alleges that Dignity unilaterally made the decision to make Walker an organ donor and then without any permission whatsoever harvested her eyes and tissue. On top of Dignity Health, the family is suing the off-site morgue that Dignity has been contracting with to store bodies for months or even years after patient deaths. It's more commonly known as cremations only, but the official business is Mortuary Support Services of Northern California. It's owned by Michael Robert Lofton. The lawsuit alleges the company failed to properly store Walker's remains by failing to embalm her body and refrigerate it at the appropriate temperature. It also states a permit is required by law to store a body for more than 8 calendar days, and that the company held Walker's body for 5.5 months before finally getting that permit. We did reach out, and the attorneys for Lofton and his business say this is a very unfortunate situation. However, they say their client disputes that it has any liability in this matter, and they intend to vigorously defend any claims against it. Another thing that stuck out to us, this lawsuit claims the Sacramento County District Attorney is now investigating. The office wouldn't confirm that to us, saying it doesn't comment on what it is or is not investigating, but that would be a big development because up to now, state regulators have known about this, and they have taken no enforcement action.
So, Lizzie, we know you've been reaching out to the state about this, about a history of issues with Dignity hospitals. What's the latest from the Department of Public Health on this?
Right, we've been requesting records. Back in February, CDPH was supposed to send us documents from a 2022 inspection of Mercy San Juan within 14 days. We've reached out multiple times on that and haven't heard back, so we're still waiting.
Yeah, and I know you'll continue to press them for more information on this. Lizzie, thank you so much for looking into that.
And we're going to continue to follow this issue closely. KCRA 3 Investigates has learned in nearly 24 cases, death certificates from Dignity Health hospitals have been delayed for more than a year. Our team is keeping track of all of the cases they've uncovered in a list on the KCRA 3 app. We also have our full series of stories speaking with the family members of victims.
Man, Moms knew when she sent that to me. She knew when I finally got a chance to watch that what it was gonna do. She knew. Y'all let me know, man. Is that... I got so many questions. I got so many questions. How many times did they do this? How many times did they not properly refrigerate the body, use that as the reason, and then just harvest the organs and dispose of the body? Or whatever they do. How many times have they done this shit and just not got caught? I feel like somebody dropped the ball on this one. Somebody skipped a step and that's how they got caught with this one. Y'all let me know, but how many times have they done it and just not got caught? That's the question. What y'all think? That's a deeper problem. I think we know that. That's a way deeper problem, bro. That's something that's like, that go deep. go deep, and I feel like somebody gonna have to get paid off. Somebody about to get disciplined for that, like behind closed doors discipline, not publicly. The real people, the higher ups who's doing that. That shit is deep, bro. Y'all let me know. I knew they were gonna harvest something. I knew it was coming. We seen it now with with the lady, the nurse said that it was on the son's ID, so that's why they went ahead and did it. Understandable, but to see these people just taking organs like that, bro, shipping them mugs, they probably sent that shit on the dark web or something. Hey, y'all let me know. How many of y'all can say y'all phone get boring after a while?
The Starbucks girl from the FSU pew-pewing is a literal... I don't know why y'all keep saying that like it's about desensitization. Have you ever seen a person who is like literally in the process of dying in front of you? I promise you, instinctively, something normally kicks in. It's called like humanity. She's a psychopath. People don't do that normally. I think a lot of y'all are saying that her reaction is desensitized because you're trying to feed into the narrative that all of our brains have collectively just shifted to the point where we now don't understand real life. 99% of people in that same situation are not taking out their phone and are trying to help someone. I understand that there's situations where people do just record a situation. This is during an active pew-pewing. You would have fight or flight mode on 100%. Somebody needs to go check that girl's browser history because there's some stuff there. I wouldn't be surprised if she watches snuff films. I get that things have changed, and yes, a lot of people's brains are messed up, but let's not call what she did an epidemic. That girl is insane and should be in a padded cell. Because I promise you, there were a bunch of students around who did not do what she was doing.
I see it from his perspective, but we also gotta realize, like, bro, the world is going in a certain way, so there are going to be certain individuals who are like her. More individuals that are like her than what we are used to.
Shout out MQF, man. So, I seen Truth Is put a video up about dude that played on Power, Buddy right here. Talking about he exposed the evil side of Hollywood. What happened with him?
Every other day exposing the truth. In today's Truth Talk podcast episode, I'm joined by B.
Hi everybody, I hope you guys are having a great day.
Today we will be talking about former Power actor Rotimi exposing the evil side of Hollywood. Let's get right into it. I have said this many times. Hollywood isn't what it seems. While from the outside looking in, it seems like this great industry full of endless opportunities and success. We rarely hear about what these stars have to do for that success. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people in our world who are willing to do anything to make it as a star in Hollywood. This is something that the shot callers in Hollywood take full advantage of, forcing upcoming talent to dignity, but to serve a whole other god that operates in wickedness. Believe it or not, your favorite celebrity has participated in demonic rituals and has involved themselves in witchcraft. That is the way they made it to the top. You think I'm making this up? Think again. As Power actor Rotimi literally just exposed this very thing in an interview. Those of you who saw the TV show Power know exactly who Rotimi is. Rotimi is mostly famous for playing Darius in 50 Cent's hit TV show Power. Rotimi was deep in Hollywood and saw the ins and outs of the industry for himself, just like his wife, who was also an upcoming artist and actress. Recently, Rotimi did an interview where he talks about his wife Vanessa Madid's career and why she took a step back from Hollywood after achieving success. According to Rotimi, his wife got to a point in the industry where she was approached by the handlers of the industry who prep upcoming stars to get them to the next level. He claims that these handlers approach Vanessa and try to convince her to involve herself in the world of the occult and witchcraft. In Rotimi's own words, he said his wife refused to sacrifice herself in witchcraft, meaning she refused to sell her soul. claiming that his wife was approached to sell her soul to rise to the next level. When the interviewer asks if this is a real thing in Hollywood, Rotimi responds confidently that it definitely is a real thing, claiming that the top executives told her that this is the things she would need to push to make it to the next level. Rotimi even claims that learning this is what made him get closer to God, finding God by seeing the ways of the devil.
When you're powerful and more powerful than certain men, it can kind of make it be like, if you don't go with anything that they say, she's this, she's that, she's that, she's da-da-da-da-da. So, and she didn't sacrifice herself with witchcraft, right? And for real, like right. You know, she's been approached to elevate to the next level.
Oh, that's a real thing.
Oh, that's a real thing, bro. That's a real, like, witchcraft, voodoo, juju, all of that is a real thing.
To get to the next level in career.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely, yes. Wow. It's a real thing. So she's been presented opportunities like, hey, this is what we do. This is how we move. This is the things that you have to do to get to this level by top execs. And she was like, I'm not with it. And then also she wasn't going to sleep her way to the top. She's successful. She's doing all these things. And she's to the point where it's like, I'm drunk, man. I got drink to get out my head and just find peace. And that with liquor brought depression. So at that point she was like, this is not me. I love the music, but I hate the business. And she just was like, I can't do it anymore. So that was how she kind of let it go. But yeah, witchcraft, warlocks and voodoo, juju, black magic, all of that is hyper real. That's what made me even believe more in God.
Right.
You know,
it's so crazy because you get desensitized to it because you'll see like interviews and there's people telling the stories.
But that's what they want you to do, though.
Right.
Yeah, that's the mission. Like the devil, the enemy can't lie to you for real. He got to tell you what it is and you choose to believe it or not. You know what I mean? Like, hey, this person drinks goat blood. Yeah. But I told you that it did. And it's not hiding it. It's just, you just desensitized to it that, no, this is a real thing. You know what I mean? So that's just the ways of the devil.
As you heard for yourself, Rotimi confirms what I've been saying for years on this channel. Hollywood is the home of the devil. You can't make it in the business without compromising yourself for success. There's a reason celebrities look nothing like they did before they got in the industry.
I just wanted to see what he was talking about in that interview, what he thought about it. Alright, man, so
what's going on?
He got a
Alright.
Cabbage Patch Kid video. This is one of his latest videos, so I'm gonna see what he's talking about. I'm gonna check him
out. Check this out. As y'all can see by the title of this video, a lot of you may have questions. A lot of you may be like, what in the world are we talking about now? But then a good bit of y'all already know what this video is about because you were putting it in the comments in the first couple of videos we did about clones. Y'all started bringing up the Cabbage Patch Kids. Now, I didn't see any comments about the orphan trains that were from the late 1800s up into, early 1900s, maybe ended around the 30s or 40s. Not really sure when exactly it ended, right? But it all relates as far as the orphan trains, repopulation, basically moving orphan kids across the country. I think one of the first slums that it started in was in New York, Manhattan, if I'm not mistaken. We're gonna get into the exact details here pretty soon. So the Cabbage Patch Kids, orphan trains, orphans all the way back to Hollywood movies. If I'm not mistaken, I think Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, the Little Rascals, Our Gang, the original Little Rascals from the 1900s, I think around 1922 to be exact. This one is a head scratcher. A lot of questions about the technology, about incubators from 1800s up to the early 1900s. A lot of questions. This one is really a head scratcher. And while I was doing research, I was just coming across things that it was kind of blowing my mind. It's one of those topics where I think we've maybe heard about it if you've been on this kind of stuff for a while, but you never really dug into it like that. And digging into this made a lot of stuff make sense, especially when it comes to early Hollywood, early movies from Hollywood that were mostly, starred by children and You know, these movies that were like heavy MK Ultra, heavy mind control type of movies that starred children. It all is connected and in a very eerie and dark way. This is one interesting rabbit hole. I think I really got in the mode being interested in this part of the series the most. So I couldn't wait to share with you guys what I found. So we'll go ahead and jump into an article real quick about the orphan trains, and we'll lead into the Cabbage Patch Kids as well. Got a really interesting clip that I found. I wanted to find something of someone else actually talking about it, you know, just to tie it in to everything that we're going to discuss in this video. But first, let's get into this article real quick and give us a background, right? So it says, in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, a bizarre and unsettling theme emerged across Europe and North America. Babies in cabbage patches,
not dogs, not nursery rhymes. Actual depictions of babies being harvested from cabbages. These images weren't isolated. They were
patches. Not dolls, not nursery rhymes, actual depictions. And even in common folklore, it was as if someone wanted people to believe that babies weren't born. They were found. For centuries, parents have told children whimsical tales about where babies come from. Storks, fairies, cabbages. But this particular imagery of babies being plucked from fields of cabbages was disturbingly persistent. Thousands of vintage postcards from the 1800s and early 1900s show babies growing in cabbage patches, waiting to be picked, where the orphan trains tie in to the Cabbage Patch Babies. Between 1854 and 1929, an estimated 250,000 children were loaded onto trains across America. They were known as the orphan trains, a social experiment designed to relocate abandoned children from overcrowded cities into rural homes. Now, what's crazy is you have to think about the 250,000 children, you know, being basically moved across the country, you know, auctioned, sold in a sense, right? Where did they come from? So it says a densely populated hub for recent immigrants in the 19th century, the Five Points district of Manhattan had rapidly become America's first slum. Over the years, the neighborhood had been ravaged by poverty, disease, and gang activity, leaving hundreds of people displaced. By 1850, between 10,000 to 30,000 children were living on the streets or in orphanages. To combat this homelessness crisis, Brace founded the Children's Aid Society in 1853. The organization began by offering young boys Bible study classes, academic instruction, and organized meals. However, Brace had not
doll babies.
Bro, this is crazy.
North Dakota has the good life for families.
And the story really had nothing to do with cabbages or chimeras or witches. It wasn't until Xavier Roberts, or Xavier, like the little boy in the story, hijacked her design that it became what it is today. So I can't help but wonder if Xavier Roberts just came up with the story all on his own. Like, did it come to him from the collective consciousness? Or does he just have a soft spot for child labor? There's actually a place you can go in White County, Georgia, where they do live births, and you can look it up on YouTube to see what I'm talking about. The bunny bee character also is a hybrid creature of two animals that both symbolize rebirth and resurrection on a mass scale. As we know, rabbits reproduce.
Is going on that gives people the same thoughts and vibes of what we're dealing with today, which is just questioning the truth about life and our reality and where a lot of this stuff comes from, this kind of technology and, you know, things that people are willing to do, or how far these scientists are willing to go to, you know, please these spirits, these demons at the end of the day. And one of them died at 16. I was born. But if Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz was an orphan as well. It made me think about that because the Little Rascals, you know, they looked like they were orphans. Like, I'm not saying it's true and that's what it was. But if you think about the timing of it, most of them were born in the 20s, in the 1920s. I think Alfalfa might have been the oldest. I think he was born like in the low 1920s, and the rest of them were like late 1920s and early 1930s, if I'm not mistaken. And another thing about it, I'm not going to do too much about them in this video. You could research it. They all had questionable deaths. They all had very questionable deaths. One of them died at 16. I think only 2 of them made it past the age of 60. It might be 1. Most of them died from heart attacks. The earliest that died at 16 was hit by a car. I think it might have been Alfalfa, who was shot like over a dispute of $50 and a hunting dog at like the age of 30 something. They all had very questionable deaths. Some of them definitely seemed like sacrifices, and I would not, be.
Man, that's crazy, bro. So they been messing with that, supposedly, allegedly messing with that technology for a while. It's crazy, bro. Beeps.
Hands up, Chico. Yes, Chico. Relax. You got it. Oh, yeah. Set that overhand right up, Chico. Set it up. Set it up. Shoulder face. Side to side. Shoulder face. Down the line of fire. Start circling. There it is. Double jab. Good double jab. Body shot right there. Good guard. Good guard. Oh, okay. That ain't nothing. Crossing his feet. Wait for one of them cross. Double jab again. Your game, Tico. Your game. One more step back. Double up on that jab, Tico. Every time he steps back, that shit was awesome! Right in the game. Let's fight. Three fellas, come on, Tico! Get your get back! Get your get back! 1, 2. Come on. Keep going your face, Tico. Keep going your face, Tico. Shut Shoulder. Done. You want to stretch it out, or are you good? 33.
Shout out Dream Picks. Shout out everyone with me. Shout out Free Beefs. Thank you guys for having me.
My name Cantino, height 6 foot or 230 pounds. Beachel, 6 foot, 275 pounds is my win.
Mouthpiece, mouthpiece, obey my commands at all times. Most importantly, protect yourselves at all times. This is Street Beast, round 1, let's work.
Big fella. Big fella.
Let's fight. Let's fight.
Let's go. KO. Round 1, baby. Let's go. Yeah. Hey, thanks, sir.
Middle, young man. Winner. KO.
All right, say whatever you want. 5-7-0. Demon, you're next.
For me, halftime. I'm 6'3". Let's see, 145. All right, and I don't know how it's gonna go. This is my first fight. We're gonna see what happens.
The bad man. I'm 158 right now, 5'8", and we're gonna win by knockout. Let's go.
Street Beefs, we hit. Y'all heard it. They about to go to war. Mouthpiece.
Mouthpiece, round one, let's fight.
I think Chris at the moment. I was gonna say Kim, but then the name of the KO is the last one.
1, 2. Here you go.
Break him up. Break him up. Oh, okay.
Jab. Step and jab. There you go. Nice, man. Nice. There you go. Full counter. There you go. Same thing. Full counter right hand. Big thing. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Fight!
Roulette right, I told you. Let's go. Jab or uppercut. Because that's 3. Roulette shit right there. Bam. There you go. Oh. You're not going to hit your gun. Yeah! Yeah! 1 minute! 60 seconds, buddy. You're good. Hey! Here you go. You're good.
They stay consistent. They're consistent with their. I respect them. He got hand. 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Jab him as he steps in. Here you go. Here you go.
Street Beast, we here, round 2, fight!
Control your breathing. Yep, right there. Count. Wait on him. There you go. There you go. Oh yeah, that's yeah.
Take him under.
Okay. The left hook is the money though. You want to go home early. The left hook is the money. There you go. Another one. Even the one to the body, cool. Don't telegraph your punches. Got it, bro. You're not going to comport you. Line up that right hand. Here you go. Stay move on. Left, move left. Keep the pressure on him. Let's go. Let's go. Move left. Circle out. Circle out. Circle right. Circle right. Get him stuck against his cage. Take the center. Take the center. 1 minute.
60 seconds, buddy.
Put that mouthpiece all in your mouth. Jab him in his face. Jab him in his face. No, put it back in your mouth. Load up that right hand. Load up that right hand. Step in with confidence. Straight there. Straight.
That's work.
All right, 3-4. Knock him out. 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Let's work.
Whoa.
2, 3,
It's a slip.
4, 5. Good.
Come on, Rev.
I go. I'll hit you all.
Back call, Rev.
Fight. That was good.
What's time? Go right now. You got 10 seconds, bro. 9, 8. Don't stop punching till it's over. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go! Get up. You got a 60-second break. Get up. That's right.
5'4", coming out of Front Royal.
Little Joker, 150, 155, and what else? Name, weight, and height, 5'10". Here to bang, baby.
Set shells at all times. Let's work.
Bang it! Bang it! Don't run! Don't run! Wow! It is what it is. 4 weeks back at the fight. We back at the fight now. I apologize. But you know, some people got to get theirs out there. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're here for. We're here for to do the damn thing. Trust and believe. Huh? Look at that. Look at it. We all up in the house with this fight. All up in his face. And look, I don't hear no click clacking though. I see a lot of hugging and touching. There you go. That's all I see. Show me something. God damn it, I said show me something. There you go. Up, down, nice. Whoa. Whoa. I'm still shaking in the cage. I'm still shaking in the cage. It is what it is. This is close action, y'all. I'm gonna bring it to you. We here.
Yeah.
Let's. Relax.
Over here.
Breathe. We got time. We got time. Breathe. All right, listen. See when he gets there, right? There's a little boat, right?
Get back in there, boy.
Watch the kick.
Back in there, boy.
Keep your fingers closed. Get with him. Find out where he at. Get with him, I said. You're going to have to get with him. Wait for it. Jab.
Drop the chin. Wrap play. Come on, buddy.
Do it again.
Oh, hit your knee. Hey, fight out. Hit your knee. Time. Look close. Look close. Listen. I'll take it. Time in, let's work.
Good stuff, man. No more nut checks. No more nut checks.
And on that note, bro, I'm out of here. Made it to the end of the video. Appreciate you for checking in. Y'all go check out Dre OG Reacts. Call me Ken Foles, Black Balloons. I'm QF. Y'all know the usual.